Hey guys, it's Courtney with Select Trucks of Atlanta. I've been selling trucks here in the Atlanta area and all across the country for 25 years. And what I want to do today is put together a video that basically answers all of your questions in one place about how to get into the business if you're an investor wanting to put a driver in a truck. Once I get all of these questions here done today, hopefully at the end of it you'll have a better understanding of what we do here and how the process is going to work.
Hey Courtney, do you have to have a CDL in order to get a truck?
That is probably the most asked question that I get on a daily basis. And that question is really prevalent when it comes to investors because they think they might have to go out and get a CDL. And that's really what I specialize in here is people starting in the business that may want to get a driver and put in that truck. But as long as you've got a company name set up, an LLC or an incorporation set up, you can come in here and get a truck without a CDL. Now, if you are obviously a driver going to be leasing on with a company or getting your own authority, just coming here buying your own truck, most definitely you've got to have a CDL. There is no finance company that is going to finance you without that CDL. Once again, but if you're coming in here as an investor, we have many opportunities for financing purposes without a CDL.
Hey Courtney, what is the process and how long does it take to get a truck?
Great question. And I'm going to answer that two different ways because inventory is a huge part in that question because we have inventory that is in transit and then I have inventory that is here. So once you come in and we settle and secure a truck, the first thing to do is going to settle that, to secure the truck is a $1,000 deposit. Once that truck is held, everybody in this building starts their work. The shop, detail, the body shop, inventory, paperwork, everybody has a hand in that deal. And so once that process is started, you're going to have Carlton. Carlton is a guy that does the inspection. That is all he does from front to back. And we'll talk about that a little bit later in another question. But what he does is get the truck ready for going into the shop. Once it gets into the shop, it's going to be there probably about a week. Depending on parts availability, depending on everything going on, sometimes it even depends on weather. And so when that process is finished, then I'll get an email that is going to say, hey, your truck is done. Once I do with that email, I'm going to go out and I'm going to look in the truck myself. I'm going to inspect that truck for cleanliness, for body work, tires, every single thing that I require in my trucks. And so once that process is all completed, then and only then I'm going to call you and say, hey, let's set up delivery, let's set up a closing date. I've got to have paperwork ready and you know, a lot of things go into place for that delivery to be done. The other part of that question is we may tag a truck that's not even here. So, and we have a lot of that going on right now for truck shortages and then demand being high. You know, it depends on what time of year it is when fleets are releasing. Right now, we're tagging a lot of trucks that are en route. So you can put a deposit on a truck that's not even here yet. Obviously, when you get here, we can take pictures of it and everything, but that process will take a little bit longer until the truck actually gets here. So hopefully that answered that question, and we'll answer a little bit more about that later.
Not that long ago, the commercial used truck industry was disrupted due to multiple layers of supply chain challenges that were coupled with a huge surge in demand for used trucks following the COVID pandemic. As a result, used truck inventories became scarce and pricing spiked tremendously. The good news is today those challenges are in the rearview mirror. Used truck inventories are back and pricing for late model pre-owned commercial tractors has never been better. Therefore, at Select Trucks of Atlanta, we're restocking our inventories with several first-generation trade trucks from America's top fleets. All these trucks have been professionally fleet maintained by companies such as US Express, CR England, Swift, JB Hunt, and Walmart, just to name a few. When these trucks arrive at our facility, they'll undergo a 128-point inspection. Defects are repaired to ensure your vehicle is ready to meet the road and be productive. Now is the time. to take advantage of the great values being offered on these well-maintained and fully reconditioned trucks. In addition to these tremendous truck values, our price includes a 1-year factory-backed drivetrain warranty and our $5,000 Your Way program that offers an optional cash incentive that can be used for down payment, warranty, or new tires.
What is the normal down payment and what determines the amount?
Determining the down payment is something a lot of people think would be just based on their credit. But actually, the down payment is more based on how the truck books out with the finance company. What finance company if we end up going with, that's what's based on the credit. So the down payment is not set by a certain percentage for this customer or this customer. There are factors that go into it that we will not know until we know exactly what truck and exactly how that person's credit is. But both of those together are going to make up and figure out what that down payment is.
Also, with financing, if there are multiple members of a company, how is the financing handled?
Yes, then this happens quite often where we have a family or a group of partners that may want to come in together, start a company, and then put drivers in that truck. I do an extreme amount of those type deals, and that question comes up quite often. So yes, if there are 3 members, 2 members, or more, we will have to have all the finance stipulations on all of those members. I hope I've made the process a little bit more easier by answering these questions today. I look forward to meeting all the new faces and helping everyone on their journey to owning their own truck. Thanks and see you soon.